All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live from our places of residence. My name's Will DeFries. On the screen in front of me, David Ruff.
Man, it felt good to get back in the gym this morning. Thank God for Governor Abbott. Got in there, got under the rack again for the first time in like 3 months. It was good, man.
How was kissing the homies for the first time?
We had a no kiss rule, man. We were just doing 6-inch spotting. So like they were just kind of doing the hover hands, hover hips as I had one plate on each side. And went well, man. Was doing some high reps, low weight.
That's about 2 inches too much on the spotting, but pretty good.
It's risky. It's risky, but if you want to get back in there under the rack, you got to take some precautions. But I don't even know if my gym is open, honestly. Dylan, do you know if Lifetime's open today?
It's our gym, Dave, and I'm not sure. I was actually about to ask you if it opened today because I do not know. Not that I would go, but
I can see you going.
I do miss the gym quite a bit.
If y'all decide to if y'all go to like a patio to a restaurant, like another couple, have like a drink, maybe some apps, maybe even an entree. I'm not going to hold that against you because I have faith that people are being responsible. Y'all go to the gym. You're not going to see me for 2 weeks. Like I'm staying away.
All right.
I was thinking I'm not going to the gym. In fact, I had this conversation with my wife yesterday as I contemplated buying a expensive mountain bike. No, not a boat. And she was like, you should just buy the bike and then just cancel your gym membership. And I was thinking about it. And I in my head, I was like, man, I could probably get away with doing that. I've been doing this like home workout stuff so long. And then I was like, there's no way I could deal without the amenities. The sauna thing is just too good. So I will be keeping my gym membership.
A hot tub after a long workout? Are you kidding me? I can't.
Absolutely.
That's one of the sauna. I can't. I miss it so much.
Dave, I think you need to cancel your gym membership and make her happy and tell her how much money you're saving. And then just go completely overboard by building like a sauna steam room combo in your backyard and just like having some giant kind of your own compound. Instead of the Dave Ruff Swing Academy, it's just the Dave Ruff Health and Fitness Club.
Dave Ruff Executive Workout Club?
Yes. And just be like, I canceled my gym membership. Like you told me you wanted me to be here and save money.
I just have all the VPs in South Austin come over and they, pay me like $40 a month and they have access to sauna and steam room and like a hose in the backyard that they can like wipe down with.
The outdoor shower is clamped. It's like just a hose clamped to the side of the steam room.
Oh, dude, I need to talk to you about your guy that you use for Wilmons for your outdoor shower because I'm probably going to need the same thing.
No one's heard from him in months.
Dude, it's just
you need some photos, Dave.
He went on a paddleboarding excursion and he just disappeared around some peninsula and we just haven't even heard from him. It's too bad.
Dude, their outdoor shower is just a hose that they strap to a tree out there, Dave. It's nothing really.
Yeah, he's not that good of a guy.
Yeah, it's not awesome.
We asked him about like whether or not it was like, how I don't know much about plumbing, but I asked if it was like connected to the plumbing system and stuff like that. And he just kind of looked at me puzzled and just went back to work. It was weird.
Wow.
Well, independent contractors are always a real hit or miss.
Who's this person in wherever the state is, Kansas or something, who's got the Wilmons license plate? You guys see that?
Saw that. Yeah.
What are the chances?
He's Wilmon.
Hey, Wilmon.
Like, I need to find this.
Should we take him out? Is that why you want to find him?
My lips are sealed.
Okay.
We shouldn't talk about it on here if that's actually the plan.
If we're going to put a hit out on somebody, we probably shouldn't talk about it on this podcast that gets 500,000 listens every episode.
That would be like live tweeting your coup of Venezuela with your private army. I'm just saying that's what it would be like. It's okay.
Dude, are you guys aware of how loaded today's episode is?
Oh, yeah.
If I was,
potato in here.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I was going to Dave's cafeteria for high school lunch, I'd be in the baked potato line right now for sure.
Don't you have a baked potato at Wilmot's?
So obscure. That's how loaded it is? That's what you're saying?
That's our bartender's newborn. We just call him the baked potato.
God, those bacon bits that taste like rubber.
Dude, I like like I don't mind pre-made bacon bits. You know, like the bacon bits at like buffets when they're just like they're not bits, they're just like they're incinerated.
It's like just one giant preservative.
Yeah, it's kind of tight.
Man, I've never been a baked potato guy ever.
God, you stink.
We talked about this recently. Like, if once you get past the good shit on top of the baked potato, and all you have left is like the thick, not as cooked stuff and the skin, it's like, what am I supposed to do? I feel
anytime you have to dress up something so much to make it taste good enough to eat, it's not for me. When you get past all the dressing stuff, the potato part is just bland and I would never eat it by itself.
I think that's because you were just putting nothing but salt and pepper on your baked potatoes. You might like it more if you tried some butter, maybe a little cheese, sour cream.
No, that's my point. Is that it doesn't taste good unless you put all that shit on there.
See, I need
pizza.
Huh?
You like pizza?
I mean, a basic pizza has sauce and cheese on it. That's good enough for me. It tastes good like that.
Oh, cheese pizza guy here checking in.
Hey, with your baked potato, do you
go ahead?
Do you spin the baked potato? Like, do you mix it up so the top stuff is in the middle of it, or no?
Yes, I do.
Okay, maybe that's your problem.
I want like a reheating station. If I go to a baked potato bar and I'm loading this thing up, I want a reheating station where I can go add a little bit more butter, maybe a couple more toppings, and toss that thing in so I can get round 2 on that. I don't need that much potato round 1. I just want the toppings.
Hey, what are buffets going to look? Sorry, you're trying to get to an ad. I'm sorry, but I was going to ask, what are buffets going to look like in a post-COVID world?
Sneeze guards are only getting bigger.
Like, life is going to be a big sneeze guard.
Yeah, what's Jason's Deli going to do? Is this?
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, that salad bar just waiting for a COVID sneeze, man. Just waiting.
That was a problem.
How many double-headed facelifts has Jason done throughout this entire ordeal? He's just like, oh my god, dude, we're getting our dicks kicked in right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I used to get reckless and anything was fair game at Jason's on the
They should do a logo in there.
They should just put the ice cream machine outside and let people come by and get their cones for free.
I'm gonna get you to go there, and Dave's just gonna grab it.
God, coning reference.
I actually wasn't trying to get to an ad read, Dave.
Oh, my bad. I felt like we were going down like a really just a road that we would never come back from.
I was trying to just gas up the network as a whole. Not only did we have a Fire Ladies Night on Happy Hour Live on Friday. I mean, how could you not be happy about that? We also have Patreon tomorrow, patreon.com/circlingbackpodcast. The finale of the show that we just can't get enough of. Listen to Your Heart. And I'm sure we'll have some voicemails on the back end of that. Another programming note. I filled in late Friday. This was a late Friday news dump. I filled in on Club Cool. Barrett and I had a blast together. We talked about everything under the sun. Go check them out. And the Sunday Scaries was pretty hot. We went down memory lane. Dave jumped on. It was a good time. Just go check out everything we talked about.
The listeners who are not into Listen to Your Heart, they've got to be thrilled about the finale. That it's this week in our last Tuesday episode talking about Listen to Your Heart. After that, we're back to regularly scheduled stuff, and you got to be happy about that.
We're doing the Listen to Your Heart rewatch, and so we'll be going back and running it back, knowing what we know now. We're just doing hindsight.
That was a surprise, Will. Ruined it.
Yeah, sorry. I know. I'm just so excited to go back and rewatch that first episode where we got to meet Jamie for the first time.
Yeah.
That being said, I will jump into an ad read now, because if you're like me, you probably start thinking about what you're eating for dinner while you're eating lunch. You know, I love food. Yeah. That's why I love eating Postmates more than ever. Like, Postmates is just saving everybody. We don't want to go out there and fight the public and be in restaurants necessarily. So right now, you can get food delivered without leaving the house or even opening the door. Given what's going on in the world, they created non-contact deliveries. So when I order from local restaurants, everything gets delivered right outside my door. They also have Postmates Pickup, which you can use to order takeout from your favorite local restaurants. So listen up. You guys need to be supporting your neighborhood spots right now. You should be ordering local, because it's a great way to support your communities. And Postmates doesn't just deliver burgers and sushi. They actually make life easier by picking up everything you need from Walgreens and 7-Eleven, pretty much anywhere, and dropping it off outside your door. Just download Postmates on iOS or Android. Find your favorites. Get anything you want delivered within the hour. For a limited time, Postmates is giving our listeners $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. To start your free deliveries, download the app and use code CIRCLING. That's code CIRCLING for $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. Anything you want, anytime you need it, just Postmate it.
Speaking of Postmates, I had Popeyes for lunch yesterday.
Really? Why didn't you? What the fuck? I send you a photo every single time I eat Popeye.
Here's the problem. I got the sandwich, and this is the first time I've had the sandwich in well over 3 months. And I could not wait. I washed my hands, and I put the sandwich on a plate with the red beans and rice, and I brought it in to watch the golf. I put my fast food on a plate if I'm going to watch it in the TV room, just because it's just too messy, too greasy. And I didn't have time, Will. I was so damn hungry, and it was it honestly was probably the best version of that sandwich I've ever had.
I not only send you photos of my food, I send you photos from the drive-thru. I always do one from the drive-thru itself.
I know, and here's the bigger shocker, Will. So the line was about 8 cars deep. Popeyes was operating at maximum efficiency. They were going Chick-fil-A style, like car after car just going, and then they got my order 100% correct. Like I got a list of some chicken strips, and they gave her the exact number we ordered, which was a bummer to me because I was looking to catch a few bonus strips, but just didn't happen.
The one by our place has been on a hot streak of giving too many strips lately. It's fucking awesome.
It's the best.
It's great. It's kind of great until like you're on day 4 of eating leftover chicken strips, and you're like, "Fuck, I'm fat right now."
That's a lot of days of strips.
I got 2 bonus pizza rolls from Pine House the other night.
What?
They just hooked me up. Yeah, I ordered 4 and they brought me 6. True story. My driver was even like, "Yeah, we hooked you up with 2 extra ones, man, no charge." I was like, "Dude, tip coming your way right now, sir." It was tight.
Honestly, that pisses me off.
You got Pine House delivered?
Yeah.
I didn't know they do that.
I didn't even know they had delivery, dog.
Lots changed since you've been in Houston, Brett.
I postmated, dog. What's your problem, Brett?
And
there we go.
That bums me out. You ever been to local somewhere where you get hooked up like that? Just like on the reg?
No.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know the sandwich spot in Harbor where they do that saran wrap? I get I get 2 pickle spears every single time.
Ooh,
Wow.
double spears.
Double pickle
That's like a 10-cent spear, man. That's huge.
They know.
Man.
I used to get hooked up all the time after I got left off the schedule. When I walked into the Duncanville subway, they knew it was Asiago time, and they would hook it up with the freshest Asiago.
Would they just charge you for like the fresh like white loaf and then give you the Asiago?
They'd give me double meat for the price of single meat.
Dude, that's loco.
So on my cold cut combo, they would just double it up. You know, they would pull it out of the little wrap and just double up there and be like, "No, you just had one, didn't you?" Wink, wink. It was a good time in my life.
That photo of the dude, the sandwich artist taking a photo of the sandwich, it resurfaced on my timeline. And every single time I see it, I bust out laughing because if somebody did that to me, I'd be like, "Why are you disrespecting my sandwich like that?"
Was it like
ever?
It was like a lettuce and black olives or something.
It was like lettuce, pickle, black olives.
It was just terrible. Well, I keep checking the Postmates app to see when they're going to add Wilmons, but for now, it's still tied just delivering it to me. Dude, last time I ordered fish tacos, he forgot my tortillas, man. It's getting ridiculous.
I know. He's got it. I mean, I need to sort something out. I think we might have a competition coming our way through Wilmons, so just keep an eye out. Follow at Hello Wilmons on Twitter. I think there is a competition coming because there are 2 competing Tide accounts, and there can only be one.
Wow.
So I'm very excited to see how this pans out. I think I might have to have some kind of competition between these 2 to see who can actually beat the official Tide.
At some point, the official Hello Wilmons account will have to endorse one of them, and the other one just got to go.
If this account can get verified, which Twitter's not doing it, like we'll at least do a pop-up restaurant somehow. Like if we can get verified, that's when you know it's real.
You need to call Jared.
I think it should be our 3-year plan to open an actual like brick and mortar Wilmons, or maybe just a trailer or something.
No, that's not. No, we can't be the ones opening it. Our 3-year plan needs to be that we license it to somebody who knows how to do this.
Who knows what they're actually doing?
I don't care if we get $100 check in the mail every month. Like we cannot financially invest in a restaurant.
That's a fair point.
We are the majority owners of the Headless Parrot, so let's not forget about that.
Parrot. The Headless Parrot might slap.
I don't even remember how that happened.
It's your main competitor. What are you talking about?
It's good to have a little competition in the marketplace. It brings the best out of everybody.
Until you get bear hugged.
Until you get bear hugged and all your chill vibes go away.
Yeah.
God, I love a good bear hug, though.
Trying to figure out how to buy an actual bear so we can do this, but I don't think you can do that in Austin. So we'll figure it out.
Should we bear hug a large to extra large size Sex and Smut podcast by any chance?
I mean, that could work too. We might make a lot of money.
Yeah,
just saying. They're on the market.
I've been making the employees call me daddy lately, but they're not doing it.
We need to get some private equity guys on the line.
Mm-hmm. With the biggest jaws possible.
What's wrong with that guy's jaw? I don't get it. He looks like a cartoon, man. What's going on? It's like he eats marbles every night.
I went down some wormhole. Like one of the fucking butthead Trump sons was trending on Twitter, so I went down this wormhole and I was watching old footage of them. Are there two uglier faces in the world as they were going through their 20s?
Who?
No, they're very ugly.
Oh, the Trump kids.
Like they had some butt ugly faces.
Yeah, but they make up for it with their hundreds of millions of dollars.
I hate to say this because by all accounts he's a good dude, but man, Larry Bird just has a face to forget. I was watching him on The Last Dance last night.
You know what? Why don't you just take 5 minutes and get out of here?
Larry Bird catching strays.
I feel bad for him.
He's got reptile eyes for some reason, like old ass lizard. I don't know why.
Coincidentally, he looks kind of like a bird, and that's his last name.
Yeah, he looks like an animal of some sort. He's ugly.
No.
Hey, we're burying the lead here. We can't talk about the Last Dance finale this quick. We have to start with what the people want to hear. Dave, how about that story we had the other night, dog?
Woo! Bubba, you're telling me. Yeah, Friday night, man. Central Texas had a dry line blow through. If you caught us on the live stream, we were talking about what was going to happen that night, and we had a pretty well-developed line of showers and thunderstorms coming in from the west. And I have to say, as far as Central Texas goes, this was the most electricity I've seen in the air in my time here. Like eyes closed, I could see the lightning, which I know is a weird concept, but like you could see like the faint flashes even with your eyes closed, and the thunder. Buddy, mash that Garth Brooks button because it was rolling.
Hey, Dave, real quick, can you explain what a dry line is? Because that thing came through and it was anything but dry.
Yeah, it's the opposite of a wet.
It's basically
a wet circle.
Yes. It's the shortest distance between two points, and it's dry as fuck. No, so it's just dry. It's just dry air when it hits the unstable, warm, moist air. That's when you get the showers and thunderstorms that pop up.
God, I just get crazy H when you talk about weather and meteorology type stuff, Dave. It really gets me going.
You should join my executive club. I actually will sit in the sauna with you and talk weather for 20 minutes.
Dave has a private Facebook group that he runs, and he just lets people in, and they just talk weather patterns constantly.
I hate to burst your bubble here, but the Headless Parrot is actually sponsoring 4 storm chases this summer. So you are required to go on all 4 of them. Actually,
I would do that.
The marketing budget's huge.
We actually we have another podcast we're about to launch. It's just a Storm Chaser podcast, and we just chase storm chasers. Mm-hmm. So like we just follow them around to see what they're gonna do. Like, what are these guys gonna pull over on the highway? Like, what's up? Are they gonna get? How close are they gonna get to this tornado?
That'd be sick if storm chasers had like super fans that like followed them around and like, dude, get closer.
Dude, I'm sure they do.
Look what you guys are doing.
Holding up signs that are just blowing in the wind.
We could have the reality show where we follow around like 4 different groups of storm chasers, and we just capture the infighting and like who's doing better, who's having a great season. It's summer of '98 for the Texas Storm Chasers.
Ooh.
What's like the game of storm chasing? Is it just to get like dope footage of storms, or is there some kind of what's going on there?
Yeah,
there's probably an adrenaline rush that goes along with it too. I mean, that's got to be feeding a lot of these people.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of all those, because you have now it's like kind of at the dangerous point where you have people just adrenaline junkies trying to chase storms. And then you have like your legitimate storm chasers who, you know, much like the movie Twister, are trying to get data from the tornado. I don't know if they're launching up little metal balls into the NATO anymore, but they're getting the intel and they're sending it back to the base, and they're just doing like the breakdown of the tornado, the winds and whatnot.
Do they get sponsors like Monster or Red Bull, wrap their trucks and all that stuff? That's what I envision for some reason.
You gotta think so.
Okay.
I would love nothing more than to see like a truck, like the Red Bull, like the little SUV with the giant can coming out of the back, just going right into a tornado, just rolling up to that EF2.
Do you guys remember last week on Monday's podcast when we talked about how rainy it was supposed to be all week? Turned out it was actually a beautiful week last week outside of Monday and Friday.
We had two days of about anywhere from 2 to 4 inches each day and night. So yeah, it kind of just came in lump sums instead of a light sprinkling each day.
It's big weather for you, dude.
Thank God I laid down that mulch.
Shaking my head. Is Scott Fisher weighed in on any of this? Like, did he say this, where this ranked among storms that he's experienced in Austin, Texas?
Scott Fisher says.
Because that's what I want.
Him.
He's the only real one. He's the only real one I trust at this point. He's got his ear to the ground. He knows what's going on.
As far as like severe storms go, those weren't like the most severe, but lightning wise and thunder, like for me personally, like Southwest Austin, that was intense.
I think you got it worse than us, because even though it was a hell of a storm, it was a hell of a storm for us. But based on, I sat in bed and just watched it out my window. I think you got more smoke down south compared to us, because it was incredible. But it was probably like I don't think it was even the harshest one I've been a part of in Austin from my perspective. There was one where I was over at Ross's house. That was during Harvey, where I just remember it being like crazy. But that was more rainfall than thunder and lightning, though. So I guess we're kind of talking about two different things. We're comparing apples and oranges.
So I'm like, I laid my head down to go to sleep. I'd been playing Call of Duty, and I closed my eyes and I was seeing like the flashes, like with my eyes closed. And then I was like, all right, I got to watch this. So I would see these flashes, and then in my head, I would do like the one Mississippi, just curious. There was one that was the loudest rumble of thunder I've heard in years, and it was like 4 miles away. And I was like, damn, that's powerful. What did that sound like right on top of it? Like, that's going to blow somebody's eardrums out. I can't believe you didn't hear more of it, Dylan. Although, even though I've been to your house, I still don't understand where you live.
Yeah, I'm going to co-sign what Will says. It didn't seem like it was that intense. There were no like super loud claps of thunder or anything like that. It was kind of just like low rumbling type stuff where I was. We're not that far away, Dave, really, geographically speaking.
Where we were, man, it sounded like the Angels were clapping cheeks.
Oh, shit.
Might have been.
Wow.
Might have been, dude.
By the way, I would like to confirm that I just went to his Twitter page, and Scott Fisher still starts every tweet with Scott Fisher says, : and then what he has to say. So I love what he's doing over there. It's great stuff.
Scott Fisher's eyes just started filling with tears of happiness when Twitter gave him more characters to work with. He was just like, oh, my God.
That really freed him up.
He was biting the fist, just like, ooh.
Antonio Banderas.gif.
Yeah. Burning characters right off the jump every time he tweets, man. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he didn't want that sub, too. He was just like, oh, my God.
Man.
I tried to take it. Never mind. Actually, the wormhole is about to go down is not worth it right now. Can we talk about The Last Dance, which I just finished this morning because my DVR fucked up?
Yeah. Yes.
Finale last night. Really couldn't have been happier with the series as a whole myself. Do you guys have any opening thoughts for this?
I have an opening thought. So he was talking about how the team was broken up prematurely before they got a chance to make a run at their 7th ring in 9 years. And it sucks. I agree that he used the word maddening. It sucks that they didn't get a chance to do it. It would have been awesome to see if they could have, but it kind of adds to like the mystique, like the legend of Michael Jordan, because there's always like whenever there's an element of like, oh, what could have been if this happened, it kind of makes it like, I don't know, like it just makes it.
It went out on top. Like
yeah, they went out on top, but like I don't know if he had tried for a 7th and didn't win it, maybe he comes back for another year and doesn't win it again. It kind of tarnishes it a little bit, you know, that's the way they end their run. So it's good and it's bad that it didn't happen, I guess say.
I like it when in sports, like when a dynasty like that goes out on their sword. And you know, they get knocked off, and it's kind of a passing of the torch. Obviously, that didn't really happen at all. Wasn't there was 98 the strike year? 99. There was
99,
the shortened season. Who ended up being the next champion? Was it the Spurs?
I think it was that was the first year of the Spurs won it of their run. Yeah.
Spurs won the shortened season, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which that doesn't count. Just throw that out. Spurs don't get that trophy.
Oh, shut up. Yes, it does.
Throw it out.
They had 50 regular season games.
Nah, you just got to throw that out though.
Sorry, Spurs Nation.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Admiral. Love the Admiral, but like the other guys can't really count. I'm sorry.
One of the all-time greats. All in all, man, I enjoyed this. I thought there was a stretch from like episode, I would say 6 through 8, where like the best, like that was like the meat of it when it was just operating at its highest. But the last 2 were great. I could have used a little bit more on the breakup. Like I would have liked it. I almost would have wanted an entire episode on Reinsdorf and Krause and like just kind of what the city of Chicago was saying, the internal bickering. But I can't complain. That really made this whole uncertain time thing a lot better. So,
by the way, throughout this entire documentary, I was wondering why they didn't interview Jerry Krause. They were just slamming him the whole time, basically. Then I realized that he died 3 years ago. I had to Google it. Like, that's why he wasn't available for interview.
They didn't get the Ouija board.
Yeah, they're going to get a hologram, but they thought it would be in poor taste to have a hologram talking into the camera.
Yeah,
I get it.
I thought my favorite episode, and this is obviously just because of where my interests lie, but my favorite episode was just the episode where they talked about him signing on with Nike and all that. It was just very interesting from a perspective of like, I mean, I like the NBA and stuff like that, but like you'd seen all these clips, and so getting the backstory was cool. But I had no idea how Nike just wasn't that much of a power player until Jordan just propelled him there. So that was my favorite episode. But like I do agree with you, Dave. The latter half did seem to pick up a lot and kind of have more. I don't want to say like heaviness, but like it had a much more of a basis for getting emotionally attached to some of these guys. Like the Kerr stuff last night. Had no idea. I actually didn't like Steve Kerr that much. And then after this episode, I was like, fuck, Steve Kerr's the man.
Dude, Beirut was a wild place.
Good band, too.
That's right. Also, dude, the Rodman storyline just continues to keep giving. And I remember him doing that. I had no idea he did that in the middle of a playoff run. Like,
didn't either.
Smack in the middle of games. Like, the thought of him just like missing practice to go hit Diamond Dallas Page with the chair is the best thing that's ever happened in sports.
I forgot where I read this. It was probably a Ravel tweet, but he was fined $20,000 for missing practice, but he made $250,000 for that appearance.
It's good business.
Kind of worked out.
I'm skipping practice. If WWF's in town and I can be a part of NWO and make money on it, yeah, I'm skipping practice. See you later.
Dude, Hollywood Hogan.
Well, what
a great blast from the past.
There was a lot of Carmen Electra on my timeline last night, and not to get too H on the TL right now, but like she looks amazing. She looked great. I mean, she was looking great in the interviews during The Last Dance, and like, just I forgot how like HI was as a kid for her. Do you guys remember where you were when he hit any of those big shots? There's only one where I actually remember exactly where I was, and I think it was the '98 shot. So I was only 11, so it makes sense that I wasn't like glued to the TV for his own stuff.
You talking about?
What'd you say?
You talking about Jordan or Rodman?
Jordan, not Rodman.
Jordan.
Rodman didn't make any shots.
Yeah, that's why I was. Oh yeah, dude. I remember watching all those, man. It was for me. It was I was, I guess, 15 at the time, and it was must-watch TV for me. I watched every single playoff game that the Bulls were in.
That was a fun series for me, the Pacers and Bulls, because I had become a Pacers fan. I loved Reggie Miller. I just love what they were doing over there. Mark Jackson just dishing out passes, man. And I even had a pet turtle that I found, and I named it Reggie. I had a Reggie Miller jersey, but I remember being very conflicted in the Eastern Conference Finals. And at the end of the day, I was pulling for Jordan. I was like, I'm not ready for this to end. So it was a very tough time for 13-year-old me or whatever I was.
I did not know that about you.
Did he ever win one?
No.
Who, Reggie?
No. Yeah.
No, fuck the Pacers, dude.
Okay.
I didn't know that you liked the Pacers at one point, Dave. Man, that stinks
I
for
didn't
me.
either.
Yeah, Reggie Miller. I loved Reggie Miller, man. And Rick Smits out there, just casual hooks.
I hate Reggie Miller. I like Jalen Rose, but I would have hated him if he didn't go to Michigan. But there's just so like I don't know. Obviously, the Mouse and the Palace adds to my kind of hatred for them. But like every Pacers team I've ever encountered, I'm like, why are you guys like this? Like you live.
Well, what they did to the Knicks too, the Reggie Miller versus Spike Lee stuff was just so electric for me.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a cool time.
And then
I hated him.
And then they added Southwest Texas great Scott Foster a few years later. I mean, come on, it doesn't get any better.
It gets
the best
better.
part of favorite part of last night's episode was when they did the Space Jam stuff, and they built a gym for Michael Jordan, and they just had like it was like the '92 Dream Team stuff, like the scrimmages that were in the Burbank gym while filming Space Jam must have been incredible.
That was last week.
That was last week.
Oh, maybe I watched it before then, so I'm sorry.
Brett, you silly bitch. Yeah, I mean, that was night.
I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, like
I'll tap out on the Space Jam talk then.
Yeah, what you said is correct, is factually accurate and correct. Oh,
I'm just happy with it. I'm happy all around.
What do we watch? What do we do?
Yeah, we got the Tiger one next week, right?
Did you see all the booty chatter on Twitter last night about like someone had a tweet that was like, no player has done or been that far and away better on in terms of just his competitors, blah, blah, blah. And then people were like Tiger Woods, Serena Williams. And it was like the guy was going back on he wasn't going back on the take. And it was finally like, dude, go back on this take. Like there's so much evidence and like not just like, hearsay. There's actual facts that back up that Tiger Woods did so much for golf in the same way that MJ did it for basketball. Like, just shut up, dude.
Yeah.
Very, very good wormhole.
They're at least in the argument and the fact that they're individual sports with Serena and Tiger. It's, I feel like that kind of skews in their direction, but whatever. That's fine. Hey, you know what? Have fun with it. Do what you want. Put your takes out there. Holster the pistols.
Tiger. The only difference in my eyes, Tiger, they both took breaks and at the peak of their career and stuff. It just was Tiger's was because he was banging hookers, and Michael's was because his father died and he wanted to play baseball. So,
man, all right.
More injury related. Come on.
I guess he probably could have come back a little sooner if his life didn't just get like completely derailed.
That's fair.
He had a tough run there. There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
He's still my all-time favorite athlete. It's okay.
He's the big
Tiger?
cat.
Yeah, Tiger.
Yeah. He's up there for me too. MJ is probably my number one. Honestly, man, I didn't realize that he went to 6 NBA finals. They won all 6 of them. He got 6 MVPs. like Finals MVPs, and they never went to a Game 7. Isn't that wild?
Coach shit, dude.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I think this pretty much ends it. I know this was pure propaganda, but like I thought Jordan was the alpha going into this, and this just reaffirms my position. Can I put something up on the screen? Speaking to Brett wanted to talk Space Jam, but these are not the Space Jam Jordans, but these are getting released. These are the Bel Air Jordans, the Jordan 5s, and these are coming out in the next couple months.
Man,
Okay.
I see myself wearing those.
Yeah,
I like
that's my.
I want them in my closet, but I don't see me wearing them.
I think Jordans are sick, and I love that it became like this cultural phenomenon. I just wish I could pull them off, but as a 36-year-old dad, I just can't.
I think you're selling yourself short because you are a 36-year-old dad who owns Yeezys.
True.
Yeah, but I didn't buy the Yeezys, and I don't wear them out in public.
Also, to be fair, you wear them out in public. I've seen you numerous times, but I think your Yeezys are the most low-key Yeezys that you could wear in public. Like when you can walk in somewhere and people aren't going to be like, "Why is that dude wearing those?" Like they're the most like under the radar ones that you could have.
I was walking into Target one time wearing them, and this like 13-year-old kid was like, "Hey man, love the shoes." I was like, I probably got to take these off.
Were you like, "Thanks, kid"?
Like, thanks, player.
Did you dap him up?
He goes, "Hey, fuck you, Dorn."
I didn't dap him up.
Was he wearing a hoodie with like the hood just on the crown of his head and his hair sticking out the front? It's like,
Yeah,
dude,
he
I
was
love
a heck. Sure. God, they're
like,
the worst
damn, you're
look.
an older, you got swag, player.
Nothing's worse than that.
Yeah. You know what's better than that? Me undies. Are you guys dreaming of summertime like I am?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These are the days when visions of sunshine and surfing dance through our heads. Probably now more than ever as we collectively mold into our couches, but we got to keep the dream alive, guys. MeUndies is committed to the cause by keeping you in a constant stream of uninterrupted, dream-inducing undie comfort. How do you reach this uninterrupted state of comfort, you ask? With a membership from MeUndies. Yeah, that's right. I said membership, and it's very handy, too. Imagine this. Every month, the softest, coziest undies magically appear at your door as your undie collection grows. Your laundry time lessens, and adulting gets that much easier. Plus, a membership comes with site-wide savings, early access, and free shipping. Oh, and 0 reasons to leave your house. Just grab those new undies off the porch and get right back in to your routine. MeUndies are made with, I mean, you guys know what they're made with. It's that micromodal fabric. It's irresistibly sustainable fabric that encases your nether regions in a cloud of comfort. It's magically made from trees. Another reason to give them a hug. They also range from
fabrics, man.
Yeah. It's micromodal. I bet there's people right now that are listening that are thinking about their underwear and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm wearing macromodal right now." And they just feel like idiots. Just total idiots.
What a bunch of dumbasses.
Yeah, MeUndies. It's a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchases, you guys get 15% off and free shipping. You gotta give this super softness a try, especially because they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. To get your 15% off your order, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/circlingback. That's MeUndies.com/circlingback. Skins game was this weekend.
Will, can I bring up one more point from the Last Dance real quick? The food poisoning thing from Salt Lake City, the flu game, real quick. Mm-hmm. How did they know that was MJ's pizza? Like if
I was wondering the same thing. I was wondering the same thing, Dave.
I thought that was bizarre. I don't know if I completely buy that.
When you call in and order a pizza, yeah, you don't be like, "Oh, by the way, this is for Michael Jordan, so make it extra good." No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. And no one's ever gotten sick. Like the only time you get sick from pizza is eating too much pizza. You're not getting like food poisoning from pizza, right? What'd they say they did to it?
Well, they don't know. Which that brings up a number of questions. Will, like, did they test did they test them and figure out what it was? Did they go back and find like the pizza crust and see that there's like doo-doo on it or something? Like, what's up?
No.
Also, did this information leak at all ever before last night? I mean, it was called the flu game forever, and it was obviously widely believed that he had the flu. And we're just now finding out, 22 years later, that that's not what it was.
They say flu-like symptoms for like anything. Like if you have like a sinus headache, it's flu-like symptoms. It's They use it pretty broadly, but
I found that very hard to believe too, Dave. It didn't make sense to me. And what 5 guys delivered it? Like, how did they know this was for Jordan? Just nothing about it made sense.
The squad just got together and went to deliver the pizza.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, I just want to close the book on that because I felt that was like that didn't get enough time. People aren't questioning it enough as they should.
Yeah.
No one wants my thoughts on this because my thoughts are not very nice about it. I think the whole situation feels very overblown.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Skins game for a minuscule amount of time.
Yeah, it was fine. Something to watch. I did not get a golf nap in. It raised a lot of money for charity, so that's cool. It was fine. It's cool to have golf back. It was cool to see those guys. Matt Wolf's laugh stole the show.
Matt Wolf. What I learned yesterday is that I just hate Matt Wolf, which is a good thing to know going forward.
It couldn't keep my attention. I got very bored with it very early on. It did pretty much nothing for me.
Yeah, I mean, I gave it my all. I sat down, I turned it on, and I was like, all right, let's get into this. And then just nobody would shut up. And like every single announcer just kept on going. They had Bill Murray on for what I thought was just the most pointless thing in the world. And then it's like, all right, let's follow that up with a Trump interview where he's just taking shots at people left and right.
That was electric.
Like, just show me the fucking players. It's not that hard. And like Dave said, like, they got to protect the players. Like, I don't care. It's just so soft. These guys, like, these players need to have a personality behind them. And we didn't see any of it. And there had to have been a lot of people that turned that shit off before, like, we actually got to see some of the good stuff.
Yeah, it didn't get good till like the last 5 or 6 holes. And they always say, when it comes to a Skins match, man, you only have to tune into the last 5 or 6 holes. That's what they've always said. Everything that Will said is accurate. I did think Trump was like the most engaged I was. Like when he came on, I was like, that's when I was paying attention the most. Because I was like, Rory came out before saying that he doesn't have a good relationship with Trump anymore, doesn't agree with his handling of everything. And I was really hoping we were going to get some high heat from the commander-in-chief, but did not work out that way. He threw some passive-aggressive shots at people, but it was vintage. It was vintage president. But all in all, it was cool to have it on, and the coverage was meh.
Trump made a good point. No one told us about coronavirus. We had no clue.
They should have told us, man.
They should have told us, man. Like, no one had any idea. And then all of a sudden, we're just like, pandemic, Should have told.
DJ playing extremely fast was like the highlight of it for me. Like, he did not wait. I loved it. That was vintage DJ. He was pretty terrible. Ricky was the best player. Rory was fine. Whatever. Matt Wolf hit some of the biggest wipes I've ever seen. That dude is long, man.
Did he think that he was going to get viral with that mustache of his? Like, is that why he did it? He's like, oh, man, people are going to be talking about this mustache during the Skins game for years to come. It's like, dude, shut up. The best mustache to come out of a Skins game is Craig Stadler. Craig Stadler was a staple in the back in the day in those Skins games, and he just crushed it.
Love Craig Stads.
You guys
kind
think
of fun
that?
To watch. I was going to say, kind of fun to watch them carry their own bags. Thought that part was interesting, but like I said, it didn't do a whole lot for me. I want real golf back.
All right, guys, are we excited for next week with Phil and Tiger with Brady? Like, do we think they're going to execute this? Is the question.
No, it's going to be. Did you notice when the announcers finally let the players who were mic'd up actually talk and have some banter? It was exactly what you thought it was going to be. It was kind of canned. Rory got a FedEx Cup line in there talking about how he's won it twice. Like, the trash talk was not how they talk trash. And I get that they're neutered on that deal. TaylorMade's got to protect them because those are all TaylorMade golfers. Although Ricky just plays the TaylorMade ball, which that was a question we had last week.
I don't get why, man. Like, you're saying, like what you're saying is right. Like TaylorMade, PGA Tour, they need to neuter these guys a little bit. But why can't they just mic these guys up fully and be like, guys, you guys are on national television. If you swear, if you drop something unsavory, you'll get fined. Or why not just put a minute delay behind it and then just let the producers sort it out? It doesn't make any sense to me. But the one thing I took from it is that, we've had some interviews go not great for us in the past, like numerous times. And I can feel this like discomfort when it starts to happen, because I feel like the people that are watching are having that. It felt really good yesterday to see Mike Tirico squirming during the Bill Murray thing, thinking like, you know what, even really good people at this still have like a really hard time containing some of these people and like laughing through the awkward jokes that don't land.
Man, but he was eating pistachios. That was crazy.
Dude, like, how did they not have a better quality stream for Bill Murray? It's just like, just send him some equipment or don't do it at all.
I completely missed the Bill Murray part.
You didn't miss anything. It was the ultimate, like in the production meeting beforehand. They're like, "Oh, sick idea. I'm going to call Bill Murray. Caddyshack, like Bill Murray.
He likes golf. He's a quirky guy. Let's get him on."
It just could have been better, man. Like I don't know. But the Bill Murray part, like they just could have executed it better. Like instead, they were literally working out his positioning mid-interview. He was like, "Well, why don't you get a little to the right for the rest of it?" And then Bill Murray's just sitting awkwardly, like.
He should. Tirico couldn't get past that. He should have just let that go. Like there were so many awkward moments from the first hour. I don't know. I don't trust a
guitar in a straw hat next to him.
I don't know.
I love the idea of Tirico just sitting underneath like a palm tree, just strumming on a guitar with the straw hat, just like singing stuff.
An electric guitar at that. He's just mashing bar chords on his Stratocaster.
Who's better at their respective instruments, Michael Jordan at piano or Mike Tirico at electric guitar?
Tirico definitely knows like the first few notes of multiple songs.
Yeah, he knows Time of Your Life, and that's it.
Smoke on the Water with Mike Tirico.
Yep.
Iron Man.
Are we done? Are we done with the call?
I think I have a terrible take here, and so I'm going to say it. I don't think Seminole's that tight.
Thank you, Brett.
I was like,
they didn't look awesome.
They were blowing the course like left and right. I was like,
Golf Twitter was loving that course. And
Golf Twitter will tell you it's sick, but it just didn't translate.
I mean, I had some buddies who were telling me how sick it was, and I didn't throw the fuego in the group text, but I was sitting there and I was like, I'm not racing to play this course, nor is it making a short list for me of places I want to play on my bucket list. Like that,
it did not come across well on TV, for sure. Didn't look tight.
All I'm thinking is some of those holes, the sand nets that are like biting at your ankles and shit, have to be miserable.
That just gave me a flashback to our round of golf in Ponte Vedra before the Players Championship, where you had to
Sawgrass Country Club.
Yeah, you had to sprint off every single tee box because you would get mosquito bites just swinging the club one time.
Dude,
I didn't even take practice swings for the first 4 holes.
No, you would look down and there would be thousands of them swarming you. And it was the only time I've ever almost quit a round of golf because of mosquitoes. And like 5 holes in, we were contemplating it, even though it was like one of the nicer courses we'll play.
Well, fucking Dorn got shafted, so he got to sit back at the place. And then I was like, man, I'm jealous that Dylan is just sitting at our party mansion while we're getting bit by mosquitoes this entire time.
I think I gave Dan my spot. Is that what happened? I'm trying to remember why I didn't. Yeah, I gave Dan my spot. And when I got back, or when y'all got back and told me about it, I was like, oh, too bad I missed it. Oh, no.
Honestly, yeah. It got better, but the first hour was like just people complaining. We were all just in such a bad mood.
No, we wasn't even complaining, dude. It was us huffing around, just pissed off. Like, fuck. Like, this is bullshit.
Oh. Like I took my golf towel out of my bag and put it over my legs in the golf cart because my legs were just getting chewed up. And it was like 100 degrees. It was such hell.
We all looked like frail old women in wheelchairs.
Yes.
Like there with like cold blankets on ourselves because we were just covering our skin. It was just so, and I think I had one thing of bug spray, but it had like one last spritz left, and it was just like, oh, this is not going to cover the squad.
I called the pro shop and I was like, do you guys have bug spray you can bring out to us? We'll pay like a premium. And they were like, we really don't. And I was like, I don't know how that's possible, but okay.
We didn't pay I would have pulled like $100 with you guys to like get them goddamn bug spray since we got everything else for free. It was like, I don't want to ruin this.
Absolutely.
How much y'all miss those beach cruisers though, and tearing through that neighborhood?
Oh,
like a bicycle gang. That was so tight.
It was the best time.
I think about that sometimes when I'm on the Peloton. I'm like, dude, I would have been cooking had I done a little heli before this.
Yeah, those bikes turns out weren't made for 4-mile trips to the course. We took the long way. It was fun.
That was your fault. That was your fault, by the way, Dylan.
Y'all let the guy who's directionally challenged lead the way. That's kind of on y'all too.
I mean, what was I gonna? I'm worse than you. I would have been like clueless. Oh wow, Dave, do you have any? I don't want to do a full segment on this. Do you have any thoughts on your team yesterday in their first game back?
You're talking about Munich?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good to see the boys get back on the pitch.
You're low key Russian right now too?
There's Russian in the
Bundesliga.
Bundesliga.
Come on, guys.
That's Russian, dude.
No, it's not. It's great to see him out there, man. I don't even know why Berlin shows up anymore, right? Because it's like you're not going to beat Munich.
How much did you actually watch?
I watched all of it.
You did?
I really did.
Did you think the stadium where it was kind of tight? That's all I could think about. I was just like, dude, this stadium's kind of just like there's trees everywhere. It's great. Very scenic.
Yeah, it was definitely different. I don't know. I had more fun watching that than I did the golf for the most part, right? I mean, I don't know. It was just it was interesting. As a guy who has watched very little of the Bundesliga, as you might have guessed, I could say it was a good fun way to pass some time in the late morning here.
Brett, you became a Dortmund fan over the weekend by using a chart that led you there. Do you want to tell us how you found your way to Dortmund?
Oh yeah, so the PFT commenter, he put a chart up on Twitter and it led to Borussia Dortmund.
That skewed Canadian, I just want to point out, which was kind of funny.
I was trying to get it there and I just realized it wasn't going, so I bailed on it. But apparently I'm a Borussia Dortmund fan, and then they were up 2-0 immediately, so it was tight. Yeah,
they handled them. It was not a big
deal. They have a striker that apparently Will's a huge fan of.
Fuck that guy. No. He might eventually make his way to United, but I have to be kind of against him right now because we lost out on him at the last minute. So it's okay.
It's too bad. What is Borussia Dortmund? Are they like the Wolves or what's their thing?
I don't know. They're just obsessed with their color scheme, black and yellow. Truthfully, Bundesliga is like I don't pay attention much to it unless there's like an off week for Premier League for some reason. So
how does Bundesliga stack up? The league?
Well, they're top heavy. So Bayern and Dortmund, Leipzig. I don't know. I pronunciation's not my thing. We know this by now. They're top heavy, so they can push their weight around, generally, but like they're a top league to watch. I'll say that. It's better than the French league, but in terms of everything else, like the Spanish league is going to blow them out of the water. They're kind of top heavy too. Whatever. People are going to come at me for this on Reddit, so I can't wait for that. It's going to be really exciting. Pumped about it.
Let's go.
Even more pumped about figs. If there's ever a time that we should be standing figs, is it now? Are we in peak fig season? I mean, like, the world changed overnight, and doctors, nurses, and medical professionals immediately ran to the crisis. Since then, they've been working extra long hours, distancing themselves from their loved ones and risking their lives to save ours. They sacrifice a lot, not just now, but all year round. So shouldn't we be looking out for them? Well, luckily, they can wear Figs. Figs is an amazing company who had the backs of these awesome humans since 2013. They create ridiculously soft, modern scrubs that help healthcare workers look good, feel good, and perform at their best. You guys want to know how they're responding to COVID-19?
Please tell us, Will.
Yeah. In response to COVID-19, Figs has already donated over 30,000 sets of scrubs to hospitals across the country. They've donated $100,000 to the Frontline Responders Fund to help ship PPE and supplies. and sent hundreds of care packages to those who need it most. They've also created their own 3-layer protective mask and utilized their supply chain to produce millions of N95 masks and PPE. And FIGS will continue to do whatever it takes to support healthcare workers during this challenging time. These things are not only doing good, but they feel good, they fit good, they're packed with tons of features and functionality. They created their own proprietary fabric that features Silvadur antimicrobial technology. I love having an episode with 2 sponsors with their own, technology when it comes to the fabric. So this is just huge. 4-way stretch, moisture wicking, anti-wrinkle, liquid repellent. These things feel amazing. Even if you're not a healthcare professional, I guarantee that if you get a pair of these in your hands, you're going to be like, wow, I kind of want to toss these on and see what it feels like. So today, it's more important than ever to recognize all the selfless medical professionals in our lives. Whether you're one of these awesome humans or you're someone who wants to say thank you with a set of scrubs, FIGS has your back and is offering our listeners 15% off for a limited time. Just go to wearfigs.com. That's wearfigs.com and enter code STEAM15 at checkout. Again, that's wearfigs.com. Enter code STEAM15. Speaking of STEAM15, it's steam room time.
Oh, shit.
I forgot to replace the soundboard with the steam room. So now we're just doing techno music from Love Island.
It's pretty. I like that a lot. We're not even in the same area code, buddy.
No. Dave, I just cracked the shit out of you with this towel, dog.
No, you did not. I'm sitting right here.
Over here. Get that ass.
Your ass red right now.
All right.
Sorry.
Man, I can't wait to do that.
Who's steaming? Who's mad? Who's steaming? Who could ever steam in these uncertain times?
I'll tell you who's steaming. It's me, because I'm trying to buy a used car.
I knew this is what you were going to steam about. We're getting used car talk.
Let's go.
Oh my God. Is it a brutally annoying and frustrating process? I've gone to 3 dealerships thus far and been lied to, 7 times.
Oh, expose them.
Okay.
Lie. Okay. So first one. Thursday afternoon, I'm not necessarily looking to buy the car today. This is the Thursday was the day that I followed everybody's tips and tricks. And things go pretty well. I'm like, okay, I find a car I like, I test drive it. I say, here's the deal. I don't have my trade-in. Like, I left it at home. Like Dylan said, smart move. And I said, I'll be back here Saturday morning, pulling trader, ready to go. Perfect. Done deal. Appraise the car. Done deal. Saturday morning, guy goes, hey, looking forward to have you come in. I got the keys in my hand. Let's go. Turns out, Saturday, like 11 a.m. rolls around when we're at the coffee shop heading over to the car place and get the text. Oh, we sold it last night.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Dog.
Did you show up?
No, my dude went from having the keys in his hand Saturday morning to actually, no, we sold it last night. Also had talked to his manager Saturday morning, said, yeah, I got the number you wanted. Perfect. Got the number, got the keys, and here we go. Oh, by the way, it sold last night.
Oh, man, I'd be pissed. Did you go back to that dealership at all?
Hell no. He goes, I'll send you more options that I have. I said, fantastic. I'll delete that email real quick. So then I went to dealership number 2. And dealership number 2, I called ahead of time. This is in a suburb that's 45 minutes away from where I am. So it's going to be a little bit of a hike. But they have a car that I want. They have the make, model, trim. So I call. I say, hey, I see you guys have this car. I see it has there's no pictures of it yet. But she said, oh, yeah, that's because it just got in yesterday. It's going to take our photographer a couple of days to get the pictures on the website. Okay, that's fine. Get a text from the sales guy. Hey, come in at 4. We'll have the car. And I go, can I test drive the car at 4 p.m.? Of course. Can't wait to see you here. Okay, so Saturday's looking up. Get there. Guess who does not have the car?
I'm going to say
Keating Nissan in Conroe, Texas does not
have the car. Expose them.
Fuck Keating Nissan. So
they just wanted to get you in the building, man.
Guess who got in the building and then walked out entirely pissed off. And they'll make it right for me. So
what was their excuse?
Then, they got it from the auction and it just hadn't gotten there yet.
Oh, it's still on the truck, man.
Still on the truck. So I'm supposed to get a text today when it gets off.
Sorry, man, we're getting killed over here. You know, these times are uncertain and unprecedented.
Damn, I would be very frustrated with that.
I didn't know it was hard to get a Volvo.
It's not a Volvo though.
I thought you were getting a Volvo.
You
put out a
Volvo.
Right.
I could see you driving.
Dude, XC90s are kind of tight. I won't lie, but
no,
this is a
Volvo. Baird's Volvo's sick.
Have you looked at Volvo's website at like the prices of these things? They're sneaky expensive.
Oh yeah.
I like went to the Volvo website. I was like, maybe I'll check out a Volvo, and then I was just like, never mind. Holy shit.
So anyway, then Saturday we're pissed off, and then I go to dealership number 3, and dealership number 3 it's more of a private dealership, I'll so to speak. So it's not a like Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. It's like something motor cars, and they just resell, they flip used cars. Okay. And I get there.
Ashley Schaefer.
Nope. Car's ready to go. It's great. The whole thing's set up, but it's just like sneaky. He gives me the keys. I literally within 2 minutes of getting on the lot, no license, no insurance, tosses me the keys and says, "Go ahead. I'll see you in 15 minutes."
Hell yeah.
Should have just left with it.
Yeah, he gave it to you.
He gave me the car. So I drive around, and then I get back, and we're looking around. There's like scratches on it. There's it's pretty beat up as far as a 30,000 mile car should go. And so I'm like, okay, kind of weird. And then we get back to the thing, and there's no talk about the car. Nothing. He goes, "You want to come in my office?" I'm like, "Does it have like what's the safety inspection?" He goes, "Oh yeah, we took care of all that." And so he's just not saying enough. And then he goes, gets in the office and pushes a piece of paper in front of me with like 4 numbers on it. It's like,
why are we still doing that?
And I was like, you haven't even shown me the Carfax yet. He goes, "Oh, I have them right here. Here you go." And so I'm like, dude, there's just no professionalness here going on. Like you haven't, I could
disrespecting you.
Disrespecting, yeah.
They're very scummy. Very scummy.
Why didn't what was Dylan doing this entire time? Was Dylan just like talking to like the front desk people and like drinking like bottled water, like mini bottled waters, and just throwing them on the ground for other people to pick up?
There was a G-Wagon in the showroom that Dylan kept like doing like, "Hey, I'm just going to check out this G-Wagon real quick."
I ended up buying that, by the way.
That's
the G-Wagon?
I didn't even tell you.
The homie
Stella's
needs
gonna love that.
Dude, it's funny because they had these guys have a reputation, like used car salesmen. It's like the scummiest of the sales industry, and it's actually it's based in like fact. Like they are just like shitty people who do anything to get your signature.
No, man, I stand our used car salesman backers though. These guys will do anything to get a deal done.
Yeah, those guys are cool. Yeah,
you guys are cool. The rest of you guys are cute.
When we hire another sales guy, I want to see used car salesman on his resume or her resume.
There you go. I mean, it's atrocious what happened to me. So, long story short, I have no car yet, but I am fully ready to pull the trigger. What's that?
What's the plan from here? He's going to keep looking or what?
Yeah, I'm going to keep looking.
Okay.
I'm going to keep looking.
Bro, that's a tough place to be, man. It's a very tough place to be.
Yeah, I'm going to give Keating Nissan in Conroe, Texas. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt today, and if they give me a call and make it right as they said they were going to, I'll think about it.
Ooh,
but so far they are
bargaining. That's a bargaining chip you have now.
It is, and I also got the quote for the third dealership. We got to the quote that I wanted. We got to the price I wanted, and like all the other fees and stuff that I wanted, so I can bring that back to Keating. And it's on a sheet of paper and say, "Can you beat this?"
If you would have brought
all said that
a car right now, you might have 2 cars right now if you brought that mustache with you.
It's true.
The biggest mistake, and I should have bought the first car was perfect on Thursday, and I just like I hadn't gotten my car like appraised, like I hadn't got, it was just I wasn't ready to pull the trigger that day.
To be fair to us, we also all told you to walk out of there before doing it. Like we kind of screwed you out of the car that you needed because we were all just like, no, you got to get the quote and then just get out of there. Don't talk.
We really did. You should not have listened to us.
Don't bring your trade in. Don't be be prepared, but don't be like ready to sign the deal at that point. And I ended up losing out on the car. So
Brett, have you?
Oh, go on, Dave.
I was gonna ask if you've tried one of those like Auto Nation or those big. What is the one that you just go and the price on the window is the price you're paying, like the sticker price is CarMax. Like, that's the one.
CarMax, dude. CarMax they're gonna screw you on your trade in,
right?
But like as far as prices and cars go, they got quite the selection.
They really do.
Dave, I did go to Auto Nation. That was number one. And I did get them down from the one sticker price. So I have that in my back pocket. Yeah.
Huge.
Get this guy a DCO hat.
Yeah. So, and that's the one I unfortunately missed out on. So we'll see. I'm not in a rush. My car that I drive now is fine. I'm just ready to pull trade. So I'm not going to
fun steaming on that.
That's a good mindset to be.
Once you have like your heart set on a new whip, though, there's nothing's going to slow that down. Like you are getting a new car.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and Sally, I looked over this weekend, and Sally's looking at new cars, and I'm just like, oh, great, cool.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Anyway, that's it. I'll keep you guys posted on Keating Nissan in Conroe, Texas today, because right now they are on my shit list.
Dude,
wow.
That's not a list.
1-star.
I know a lot of people in Conroe, but those Keating Nissan people, they're just scumbags.
Call them the opposite of the 5-star binders we used to have in school, because they are 1-star all over Yelp and Google.
Wow. If you didn't have 5-star, you were rocking some bootleg shit back in the day. If your traffic keeper was anything but 5-star, get out of here. Dylan was probably too for a trapper keeper. Dylan just brought all his shit in his arm and just carried it.
Dude, I had trapper keepers. Calm down, bitch.
Trapper keeper was tight.
No, hell yeah, they were.
When that thing snapped shut with the Velcro.
Imagine listening to this. Imagine like being like you get in your buddy's car, like, and he's listening to a podcast for the first time, and the first thing you hear when you're with your buddy is just from this one podcast. It's just "fuck you, bitch." I had trapper keepers and shit.
I'm sorry, Will. It felt mean. It felt mean when it left my mouth. I'm sorry.
It was mean that I accused you of not having a trapper keeper. I deserved it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fair.
My dream for this whole deal is for Brett to go to a brand new dealership tomorrow after this is released, and he gets in to go for a test drive, and the guy just pops on this podcast.
Yeah,
and that's when Brett knows.
It's like like unspoken. So the guy like kind of gives me a wink and a nod, like I can't say this, but I'm gonna get you to where you want.
Guys, I gotta
go talk.
Oh, can I give you guys an option here? We can either talk. We're running low on time. We can either talk about this next on our final thing today, or we can save it for Patreon tomorrow, because it would fit if we wanted to save it for tomorrow. It's y'all's call.
Oh, Hannah.
Has to do with a little Hannah Brown action.
Ooh, let's save it.
Let's save that.
Let's save that. Let's put that behind the paywall.
Let's reward our paying.
We might see some more. We might see some more fallout today, and it might give us a little bit more material.
I will say, none of us knew that it happened until far after it happened, probably 24 hours. I didn't know until late last night that she had done this, and then I kind of broke the news to all of you this morning.
Yes, you did.
Oh man, let's wait. Put this on Patreon. You know, hey, all you people out there who complain about our Bachelor coverage, we're just going to delay this for you guys. Okay, this is going only for those people over there. So,
silver lining, she might take a little break from TikTok, which would be great for my eyeballs. But
yeah, that'll be good for Human Randy's Discover feed, since she's just like the first person he sees every time.
It's me. She's on mine every time. It's a new TikTok video from her and each one is worse than the last one.
I'm over TikTok, man.
That was fun.
You're the king of TikTok.
I have made 2 TikToks. They're just neither of them are publicly listed on TikTok.
You're 2-0.
I'm the bad boy of TikTok. People don't talk about that enough. We got a big week. Same shit. We're just stepping it up.
Happy hour tomorrow night.
Happy hour tomorrow night. Patreon.com/circlingback podcast for tomorrow's episode. We'll be back on Wednesday with normal stuff. Go if you feel so inclined, and I'm not going to force you guys to do this, but if you feel so inclined, go leave a review. I enjoyed reading them on the thing the other day on our episode last week. I would like to have some funny ones in there to read more of. So if you go do that, check it out.
Hey, can I tease the happy hour a little bit?
Teasy.
House band tomorrow. No guests. Listener comments only.
Let's play some games tomorrow. We're coming to the hot tent tomorrow. It's gonna be fun.
I'll give it away tomorrow.
Huh?
Yeah, we can win. We can give away an air fryer tomorrow. I'll get the promo going on that today.
Part of the deal.
Should all of us make one cocktail each on the happy hour tomorrow and just show what we're making? Just have a cooking show?
I don't hate it.
Could feasibly work. We'll be workshopping some ideas. We're mixing it up a little bit for happy hour live tomorrow night. Either way, Washed Media on YouTube is youtube.com/Washed Media. Go subscribe. We hit 3,000 subscribers, so we got to drop that Wilmon shirt.
And 100,000 views.
Big milestones.
Total. Yeah.
Numbers.
100,000 views.
Gary just scored 40K yesterday. 40K.
Boom.
Big. Hella milestones for Washed Media. Let's get out of here.
Bye.
I had fun.